Or rather, fill up my full webcam. Alright, what do we got in hand? Oh, I got 1, 2. You're debatable, the mulligan here. And there's a lot going for it. I think you strike me as mulliganable, though. And maybe you too. Scoia'tael is the weakest faction. Fight me. Not on this patch. I'll fight you, John Doe. I like your name, though. Speaking as a John to another John. But no, weakest in this in the current meta by far is Syndicate. Effectively, way The Witcher gave good cards to every faction except them. So as a result, they've been completely hamstrung. I think the 4 hang in there, Tom. I'm sad that you're feeling kind of sick. For John Doe, welcome, by the way. I think you're gonna find that like tier list right now. Monsters is number 1, but just because of I, it'll get nerfed next patch. Then you move down into the Scoia'tael Skellige territory. Then you have Northern Realms Nilfgaard, and way at the bottom, gotta go deep. You have the wonderful world that is Syndicate. Literally, the best list they can run runs 0 new cards, and that's a tough place to be when a new set comes out. But Tom, I am very sorry. Nilfgaard's second worst weakest. Yeah, I think I go back and forth, but yeah, I think Nilfgaard's probably second weak. Maybe I should be running Sheldon in this deck. I just realized with the Hawk Hunters, man, I'm really going pretty ham on the. Let's buff up our hand. We should actually get down. Okay, you got the combo set up. I'm not as worried about that because I can always move you. Tempting to do right now. No, what if we do it like this? We'll just set up the double buffs and then he'll come then next turn, fix the Griffin Witcher, and work from there. He's got Monster Swarm, Wild Hunt, Vampires, or Thrive. So none of those. So right now, the best deck in the format, if we go to Meta Report, is pretty good. I also like that they always update it. So if you go here, if you're not familiar with Team Leviathan Gaming, they do a nice job. Don't always agree with their meta report analysis, but right now I think they have it spot on with at least Vi. Go down to tier 1, you'll see 1 monster deck, and it's literally Vi, VIY, giant worm that buffs itself when it goes back in your deck, and 8 tutors for it. 7 normal tutors, and the 7 is Ornamency, which has Echo, so effectively 8. It's literally the entire deck, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's like, yeah, it's that kind of stuff shouldn't actually exist. Didn't think about, well, I moved them, but I just realized that the lock. I smooth brain that. That's okay. I just stumbled in the Team Leviathan. I think they're all pretty good. I'm trying to keep how versatile monsters compared to the typing that just to realize how versatile monsters compared to one strategy from each track. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think the most guilty right now, every faction has a couple of strategies, but some are definitely better than others. So, like, for example, okay, sorry, I'm getting pinged. Monsters definitely has a lot. I won't deny that. I'll agree, right? You can see Monster Swarm, but really, you really have only a couple things that are going. You have go wide with organics, and you have like the standard Thrive package. Okay, the question in this one is when do I want to pass and get out of it? I've clearly lost the first round, which is fine. Well, maybe. Their engines are annoying, but like maybe I could just I play you here. Pass. My hand's getting buffed really fast. I don't think we necessarily have to force a win here on this round to see if we can beat Witchers. But like monsters are super versatile. I think a better way is like you have the Organic Swarm, you have Death Wish, you have Thrive. Those are like the main 3. But Northern Realms does have Witchers now. They have Shield Wall. They have Siege, but Siege is usually pretty weak. For Nilfgaard I think is the most flexible of them all, right? You can go Spies, you can go really hardcore Lockdown, Control, you can go Soldiers, Assimilate. I think Nilfgaard right now has the most flexibility up in the air. Let's see what else. Try not to read analysis or anything that makes the game homework. I feel that. Yeah, infinite, exactly, Michelle. I completely agree. I think infinite methods to make you concede. Or if you want, coincide, yeah. So if I pass here at 5, I can push you 1 more card pretty easily. I just need to make sure that they don't just forfeit on me if I do. Thing here. I think I just threaten with nature's path. Right now my hand's loaded. I'm just going to get him down to 4 so I can set up a really easy pass for us. Throw away a card and see if I can carry over all these points in the next round. Right. +1, +3, +1, +2. That's a lot of carryover. And if they pass here, we can set up a ping -3 here and 5 here. Be enough. No, I don't blame you, by the way, John. If you like brewing stuff, this is a good place to be. Hence, we're running on pro rank with a deck with literally 0 legendary cards, seeing if we can take some wins. But I will tell you, John, I don't know if you're a Monsters fan, if that's leading you down to your statement partially. But I love Monsters. It's my favorite faction. Though I will say this current set, Scoia'tael is a lot of fun to play. Though I hate the move Scoia'tael. Spell Scoia'tael is my jam. Like that. Nice. Okay, so I feel really good, as in I'm not sure they know what they're currently getting destroyed, but their first round's there. It's like I'm happy with giving them last say. There's not, I mean, besides Yurden, there's nothing too scary as last say. But even with Yurden, I don't know if they're gonna enjoy the upcoming rounds all that much. I'm Filthy Swarmer. Hey, you know what, John? Monster's a good place to be. Hey, did you know you can get the locations for free from the reward book? Yes, from the Way of the Witcher reward book. People online were very excited about that possibility. You'll be our throwaway card. I'm going to keep you. Not as worried about interrupting their stuff. Brendan's going to be a lot better in Nature's Rebuke here. Hand's fine if they actually want us to play out the round. We have a lot of engines. Only, no. Okay. His hands are jacked. We're keeping our throwaway is Hawker Smuggler simply because it effectively is a +1 engine in the final rounds, but it gives us a carryover here, assuming they don't play. Now, if they play, I'm going to probably push to go +1 on them immediately. So this is really weird. I was not expecting this, but we'll roll with it. So we'll get the ping off here, and then that sets us up for potentially Precision Strike if we want to, but I want to see what they do. This is weird to me. Like, I get, okay, fine. So what they're doing is they're setting up the Griffin Witcher Adept into changing everything, but like, we'll see. Let's see, how come my deck is all shiny? When I got all the meteorite powder from the winter event, I just dumped it in the core bronzes. So pretty much every bronze that's played in decks, shiny. As opposed to buying things in the winter book and spending on like all-star legendaries. John Doe, I had a Thrive deck that was so OP, it made the game boring. Well, I think you're going to find yourself more pushed than ever if you want to give it a whirl. Well, I'm pretty okay with, I think I'm okay with, like, putting down a, well, I could just go Hawker here. I don't think he can win this one. What I'll do is I'll do a Hawker here. And I think we bring this to an end. We already, now I'm just playing for, like, so we're gonna win this round no matter what, but by using Precision Strike, we're guaranteeing ourselves +1 and better draws. Because they're gonna go -1 on this next one. We have last say. And so I wonder, because you can go 1-2 at the very end and guarantee a kill on something. So that'll be really interesting. Yeah, John Doe. I got the fancy Gwent Observer. Yeah, you can read the cards now. So feel free to hover over, read what's going on. It's good stuff. And Tom, if my extreme calculations involving first grade math are correct, the contract to win a game with a deck using 100 Freshmen less can only be done using a deck with 4 precision cards. How do you do that? I have no idea. I mean, maybe a bot. What do I need? Adrenaline 3? Okay. That's fine. We don't have an answer to Keldor, but he's only effectively. I mean, this is good for him. It's +2 a turn, but he hasn't played Vesemir or Erland yet, so I'm kind of curious to see what'll happen next. But yeah, it's super. Yeah, these days, it's super nice to be able to just groove on, check out stuff. Okay, here's Geralt Quinn. It's gotta be Vesemir, right? Here's Vez. Oh, play with a friend. That's a creative solution. I don't know. I don't think you can get the quest rewards, but in a sense, never played on range. Never played on range against Northern Realmer. True. I will say, make an argument these days. Let's go ahead and put you down. We'll say against these days that words, John, why don't you speak them? There was an argument actually that the best choice is Milena there into Brehen. But Griffin Witcher Ranger is a card these days, and in my eyes, you have slightly more advantage, or you're slightly more likely to play against it than you are to play against Trebuchet or a Siege deck. I think it was a mistake technically to put Sentinels on back row, and I don't think his deck is running either. The current Witcher decks are pretty strapped for provision. Between they want to run Keldor, Leo, and Erland, and Igni, and Yurden. There's a lot of Witcher cards that are really good. So technically, I think he's be better on front row in case he is teching on one of Griffin Witcher Rangers, but those are rare. And those are definitely going to be rarer than Erland. That's a 12 provision, right? 12, you're 10. I mean, they get strapped so fast. I mean, we can do this all day. I'm starting to get the feeling that they're trying to actually end us. Now, my biggest fear here has got to be getting completely whacked by Your Adrenaline 3. Destroy the unit on the right with at least 3. This works, I think. This is what I'm gonna do. Nice. I want to do that because I don't get why he's still playing this round. So he's probably going to look to end us with Erland's active in stripping the deck of all of its buffs. But by using Brehen here, killing it, I'm denying a path of escape. And all this time, he's in a lot of trouble. Dryad Matron and Melina are way bigger than they're supposed to be right now. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm glad that all the Witcher... I'm glad all gold cards are Witches, Amphibious Assault, and normal Witchers. Yeah, they're just super strapped. We can actually go probably Dryad Matron here and just literally get an absurd amount of points very quickly. Yep. I mean, if it's Yurden, it's Yurden. It's going to hurt. I'll reset all 3 of these, but we'll see. If it's Igni, I'm not as worried. It's just a Cat Witcher that goes. Yurden would get 3, 6. Okay, 3, 6 plus 9. Is that actually enough to stop us, though? Because we have 8, 9, 10. I'm assuming it's not here. So 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, we might have to go... here. Let's put you ranged and see what happens. I mean, we're going to get out of this anyways, like, no matter what. Cool. All we have to do is pass here. We get carry over 9. So we have carryover, or well, not really carryover 9. Technically, it's +1 card, but she is +6 on her. So that is a beating. Yeah, 8 is enough. What counts as pro rank? So how to get to pro rank? You have to go from rank 30 all the way to rank 1, and also then surpass rank 1 by getting 5 wins, and then you enter pro rank. Gaten seems pretty bad here. What's left on our deck is probably a better question. A lot of better stuff. Let's go Digger. Keeper, are you a 9? You are a 9. You're a 7. Triangle from Triangle can probably kill anything of note they have. And we get the Melina plus Treant Boar combo, which is pretty good. This hand seems fine. Let's roll with it. So what you get the advantage of doing now is put down Boar, back row. What is this going to set up? They're going to play a card. I'm going to move it forward, deal 2, pop down Melina, and pop it right back. Yes. Now, the good news is, John, there is win ranking or win streaking some. that you can take advantage of. So until I think rank 7, you're allowed, if you start winning games in a row, they might give you 2. It might count as 2 wins instead of just 1. So you can drastically cut down on the time. Now, is it easy? No. And anytime you lose a game, all of a sudden your win streak's broken. You have to win a certain number of games to get it back. But you can go pretty far. Oh, and you also have to sell your soul. That is, I don't know what the prorating conditions are, but I sold them. I sold my soul. And now this combo is lovely. Now this is a +2 engine every turn. We're ahead on board. We have in hand 9 points off of Mullane. And consecutive only rank 7 or 5. I think it's 7. 7 is when things slow, and it works as you intended, where you think every game is 1 up or 1 down. 5 though is a notable break point, where if you are a rank 5, or if you're I think it's above rank 5, it's like where they catch you and when they reset the ranks. I'm super nervous about the rank reset because I need to make sure I get back to pro rank. My first time. Now, mind you, it took me what, 3.5 days of actually sitting down and playing this game to really crank it out from like rank 14 to this. But I would be really sad if like next meta all of a sudden I struggle to get back to pro and everyone's sitting here watching me on stream, watching me suffer. That may be ahead. That might be ahead. We'll see. They might have given up too, because this game's been over for a while. We're just going through the motions currently. Major Red Mode get an unstoppable insect deck. Still need Urine, Karen, Detloff, nice. Urine, I don't know how to say all these ones. Is definitely the big one. 25. I mean, this season comes from, yeah, man, Michelle, you're cranking it. Yeah, I'm nervous, but I still gotta get nervous because I want to keep streaming this. Got some Journey. We actually won. Actually, to be fair, we should note this right now as we get distracted. We did just win a game, first game of the day, with 0 legendary cards in our deck on the pro ladder. Third best Crimson cards. Yeah, follow these people. Follow these. What chat's saying. Chat is full of literally the best people in the entire world. 10 out of 10. They're all excellent. Worth probably mulliganing here. What do I want? Roots. Scorch seems pretty useful. You're probably less useful. They don't have a lot of bombs in it. Well, we're gonna find out if I regret that. We're gonna take some chances here. Out comes the larva. It's like the least interesting card. Gosh, I could scorch the larva as just like as a statement, as a power move here. But no, we're not gonna do that. Instead, we're just gonna do very similar to last time. Just start setting up a lot of carryover. See if we accidentally can pull off a really great scorch. I used a Thrive deck to get to 10, but now stuck on 10. Any tips? It's a great question. There's probably part where your play can be better. Yeah, feel free to pop your deck list in chat, by the way. I'm happy to pull it up, take a look, talk about it. It's here's kind of like the paradox. You can run meta decks, but you also have to enjoy your deck. Really, you're gonna heat wave her? I would have played Smuggler then, but that's okay. We can rinse and repeat this again. Here comes Smuggler. Actually, being 5 is really convenient because it avoids Spontaneous Evolution, which deals 4. The only other card that could kill it right now is Parasite. Patstree, hello. So good to see you. So good to see you. Yeah, don't play Vi. Vi is going to get nerfed, so if you're trying to save up scrap, you're in trouble. But yeah, grab the deck list drift. You should be able to just quickly port it out of Gwent. And so I would love to check that out. I'd be super down. Also, I feel like I should say this for people that don't know how this works. Ultra pro tip: never lock this card, or else it'll, even if it would deal the damage, don't never lock it. Yeah, grab the Thrive deck list. And one thing is, I put the link up a little earlier in this chat. But if you need it again, I think it's probably still copy pasted. You can always look at a meta report. There's a couple teams that do them. And meta reports will just spit out all kinds of stuff and tell you, and basically at least their opinion of what is the best deck. We're gonna matron here. Basically, we're just trying to buff this guy up out of Spontaneous Evolution range. We can abuse the fact that we can go matron, and then go Sentry and get everything, an engine set up to protect Gale. Anyone new? Probably wait until Serious Investment until Tuesday, since we'll know we're gonna. Ooh, is it really gonna be this Tuesday? Is it? I was trying to check. Sometimes they seem further spread out than that, but I could be really wrong here. Do I want to ping this down? I mean, I could ping it down. I could also target the Griffin here. I'm gonna target the Griffin, I think, because we can get out of this one whenever we want. We're gonna abuse the fact that they have tactical. We're red coin. They got or whichever. We're the coin that Matt. We go second. That's what I'm saying. Here's the deck. Let's check this thing out. Season ends on Tuesday. Should be done. Ooh, super spicy. I think Vi is a goner. And actually, it's perfect timing because I want to talk about Vi today. Vi is on my mind. We can craft Vi, get the full scrap back for sure. Yeah, but who wants to say that they were the one to craft Vi? Does anyone really want to be able to say that to their friends and family? Huh. What a interesting predicament. How do I want to get us out of this? Let's see. I'm gonna get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that's not enough. Now I could just scorch, killing that. They lose 13 and we extend this further. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to threaten to keep going. By pinging again, it sets us up for ping plus Torviel killing this. Really don't want to do that though. Here we go. Making progress, making progress. Yeah, well, I would also say, Michelle, one downside to one other fast thought is so at this point, I mean, I think we go ping, use a precision strike here. Let's get you out of here. And then I can lock and move, but that's so-so. Well, lock and move sets a Brehen. How many points are we getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 puts us 36. We need to have an 8-point play here. I mean, we could just Torviel the front row really fast. That seems like an okay play in my book. We'll do that. Or we can even front row it. It makes more sense to back row it though. Yeah. Okay, cool. Drop the fidget ball 1 sec. I don't know if you guys have anything you fidget with when you play Gwent, but I totally do. We're gonna call this the logo for the channel. Let's see. Tom says, to me, Vi's like Regis Bloodlust. I don't even want to think about crafting it, but pull it from a keg cube. Yeah, I think that's how I feel about it. Rashad, I'll run the back and kick out Parasite, Predatory Dive. Focus on Wyvern. You definitely want a second Bruxa and probably times some Neckers as well. Scrap the Koshi and Karatha. Nice, man. Our chat is so cool, guys. Heck yeah. The best. We're the best around. Nothing's gonna keep you down. How do I want to win this? Is quickly becoming the question. Wow, I see some really dirty lines of play to win this. I mean, we'd have to blow our leader ability, but going +1's a big deal. Or I could just Scorch here. No, I want to save Scorch the next round. I think I'd rather go like this. Ready for a dirty play, guys? 1, 2, play. Oh, and I screwed up my dirty play. Never mind, I suck. Well, we're gonna change tactics then. That's so silly. I like completely zero brained it. Never mind. I'm really embarrassed. I never said I had to play. I was thinking about chats more, and instead of 2 here, I was supposed to do 2 here so I could Brehen the Noon Wraith get +2 off of it, and it would have been super sick. But instead, I smooth brained the heck out of that one because I was thinking about chat and how awesome you guys are. That's gonna be my excuse. Chat is PogChamp. Didn't remove that emote. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what rises in its place. Oh, these are 11. These are 11. These are 11. I can't do anything about that. Well, I mean, I can still just go. How do I want to do this? Thing here, I guess. I mean, I think that gives me enough points. There's like no monster card that can overcome this, so we should be good. Komodo hype? Yeah, I heard they're getting memed online. I'm down for the Komodo hype life. 2 Griffin, 2 goals, good package? Yeah. Okay, we'll take a look at Rift's deck right after this. I wanna see what you brewed up. Let's see. Well, I can look out of the corner of my eye. Oh man, talk about a classic deck. Oh my gosh, I want to give that deck a hug. How do I want to win this? Well, this hand's terrible. This hand's actually just got really interesting, to be honest. How much do I want to bleed monsters before going in the final round? What have we seen so far? So Thrive, a lot of big beaters. I'm just kind of curious what happens if I play a card and pass. Because if they play Larva, I can just pass, and I'll deny them points in a long round. If they play a big boy, I have enough removal to brute force our way through it. So I'm going to toss out a Cat Witcher and just see what they do. Yeah, if they have a way to kill it, let's say Spontaneous Evolution, they won't have... Oh, they'd have one. That's the only card that's risky here. If it's a Spontaneous Evolution spawn one, we're in trouble, but besides that, it should be good. Zubido made my deck. He's a friend IRL. That's awesome. Alright, let's see what we got. So this is a sign they're going to play something like a ghoul or something big, which is good for us. We're fine with that because we can just... Okay, that was really anticlimactic. That's fine, though. We're just going to remove the squirrel. This is a 2-point engine, or at least kind of like 1 point because they don't have it on both rows, but I'm super curious. What do you play next? Because I don't think we've seen the most of his deck. Okay. Nice. That's a 12 for 12 if I recall. Really easy triangle and triangle target. End turn. This might be a little greedy from me. I'm not going to deny it. But I just want to know. I want to see what else he has going on. All right. Pass. We get his last card here. Is it Osriel? Oh, that's Cranthier. That's a good snipe. That's a good snipe. We take that. We take that snipe. Love to see that, right? So whatever engine you want to combine that with, whether it's something more modest like the Beast, or something really scary like Koshi, gone. Boom! Got him. Let's hit that. I haven't brought that soundboard yet. Get him with the quad explosion. Boom. Got him. Now I want to play first. If it's Koshi, we're kind of in trouble, but what I'd rather do, I think, is ditch Catching Trap. No. Okay, this hand's fine. It's all responsive. But that's not a bad place to be. If he puts out Larva, I am gonna scorch it and just wipe. Nope, fine. So I'm not really worried about. We're gonna be able to kill everything he plays, but right now what I'm gonna do is just to focus on using removal before we go into our removal creatures, because these both deal 4 apiece. And the whole point of that is just to keep. If he has removal in his hand, it's unlikely. It's better typically against the other factions. But if he has any interactive cards in hand, it's super awkward for him because he can't play them. Let's see. What would visually be your favorite card? Good question, Tom. I know my favorite card. I think it's still my favorite card. Is All right, hold on. I'm just let's see. I think this is the point where we have to pick between these two. They're not gonna have 4 units worth damaging one, so we'll do Malign first in case we get the 6 damage off of that. Arguably worth killing Griffin here because we're probably going to scorch our way through this, but let's see what he does. Visually, I really liked the collar premium for a very long time. Wow, he's going to really regret that in about 2 seconds. Guys, another win. Another win with a deck with 0 legendary cards in it. Vi is bad Gwent. It is not to CD Projekt Red advantage to have that be a top tier deck. They haven't said anything. There's no way it doesn't get changed. It absolutely gets changed. I mean, just think about it for like a minute. Like, there's no, that card is inherently toxic. Are we against? We're against monsters. So you're plenty to kill. Well, you both can't kill the beast, but we'll just keep Scorch for the beast. Point +2. We still want to put one back. I'm gonna put Melina back here. Well, let's give it a go. We'll just play out our dudes. Do you have any speculation on what they will change then? Sure. I think you're going to see nerfs to Lippy. Some card in Lippy deck would be a provision cost, but not points. I think you're going to see, probably not, but I think Roach and Nichols will go untouched. They're fair in every other faction. I wouldn't surprise me to see Lippy move up a provision or two. Not much. You don't need to tune the deck down much. I think Vi is in for an absolute beating, if not a fundamental rework. On account of the fact that it's the worst type of Gwent. And if you're playing a game like you're playing Gwent, you know, your CD Projekt Red, you want people to play your game. You really don't want to risk it. I'll buff here. It's a Parasite range, Imler, Wrath, but we are risking a Becker's. I think Vi is definitely on the chopping block. Okay, there's Heatwave. It's fine. Not too worried about that. I'm like reasonably comfortable making that trade. So this is us threatening to completely pop off on him. Biggest issue is we're not going to get a lot of move here. I mean, I could torch this whole field, but that'd be a dumb idea. Why don't we go ahead and... Do I want to cluster people in the front? Really matter, though. But I think Vi is gonna. As for when, I'm also happy to hear about... Oh, you asked when? When they will change it then? It would have to... I think it would be next patch. Next patch. I'm kind of new to Gwent. Don't know how regular updating stuff. So I think... Rased, who is very informed on this, said that Tuesday is the next patch day, apparently, which is ballin'. 6 points. I mean, we could scorch the heck out of that. Also just brute force things, which I'm kind of tempted to do here. Not a terrible scorch opportunity, though. Lack of cat witches is a big problem with this hand currently. We really could have used one. How to play out this hand? I mean, we could throw in a pass, but I mean, it's Koshi, so it's going to be a perpetual problem if we just pure pass. I guess the fact is I don't have much of an engine here. Let's just kill it. I want to see if we can force Ozreal out and then just torch it. When you say patch days, a bounce patch, will add more stuff. New seasons tend to start on Tuesdays, the way the Witcher all started Tuesdays. Just Tom here. It's been I have not. This is the first pass. Oh, come on, you have a now. You have dominance though. You do. You have a 5. That's a bummer. Boo. Now, all in my head's going through is all the crazy plays that should not be done under any circumstance. I mean, you're probably looking at 1-1-1. I guess this is our best play. Feels bad, man. Oh yeah, I was gonna find out what my rewards are at the end of the season. Pro, you get 25 keys. You get 25 keys at the end of the season as pro. Paradox is you don't really need them. A lot of people have other cards up here, but useful no less. Useful no less. Command Thier. Okay, this could be. This is a big deal. Okay. How do I want to get out of this one? This is gonna get really messy really fast. I think we use our leader ability. We're gonna sacrifice it because it's quickly becoming a nuisance. So we're gonna go like this. Ping once here. Play on back row. Hit that. think we pop you down. Or actually, I could just Brehen my way out of this one. Yeah, it seems fine. There we go. I like that play. That was a good line. Range reset plus some bounce changes. Yeah, it sounds like from what everyone's saying, Sharp, I think it's exactly right. I didn't realize it was this Tuesday though. That's pretty ballin'. It's coming Tuesday. It's Thursday. I am very excited. It's gonna be good. The expansion will be out 6 months because their wider ratio is just released. Yeah, I mean I think we're in the bounce patch phase of this all, which is a bummer. But it means my wallet is protected a little bit longer, right? Keeping the wallet safe. Safe as can be. All I can ask for. Okay, let's see. A little bad for these guys. They're not going anywhere. This is really good for us. If they commit Koshi again, we can set up an easy pass on them. Because we would love a long final round. Okay, they're just bleeding us for cards now. I lose my interest. I mean, I'm tempted to pass here. I'll be honest. They have to play a 7-point card. It shouldn't be hard. Probably getting a go lot. But like, I don't think I care much about their last say because they blew Becker's already. Ornamency. I mean, how badly do I want to win this one? Passing gets me just an actually completely absurd, unfair amount of carryover. So I'm going to pass here, I think. Now, in a sense, we did lose out on the fact that we did have to use Precision Strike. But I'm feeling really good. All right. There goes Dandelion. There goes Parasite. Right. Like, we have some absolute CAD cards in hand at this point. They're way past what they're supposed to be. They won. We're giving them last say, and we're down to hero power. But we have Scorch. We have a 9 and 10 pointer. We just need some card to throw away. Eaton might be our throwaway card here. What's left in our deck? Catwitcher, Catwitcher. Dunka would be like ideal to draw here, so I do want to mulligan for Dunka. Do I put Scorch back? Hair is really good. Like, if I put Scorch back, I might really regret it. Nah, we'll keep it like this. Oh, well, how many creatures are left in my deck? What's the probability I hit 2 spells in a row? High. Okay, we're gonna leave it. If we get Dunka, the benefit would be wow, are they really going for it? I think this is an insane play from them, but that's alright. I'm not them. 3 amp 4 goes down. Because now we're threatening to +1 them going in the final round, and that's not where you want to be. Exactly. They should, for them, I would be red flagging like crazy the fact that, those Hawker Smugglers were buffing something in the hand, and I didn't see anything that was really getting buffed. Okay. I really hope they think they know what they're doing here. I could also put Matron on front row. I mean, there's a good argument. How I don't want to play anything big here. Let's just do Melina. Kind of wasting a point, but we're trying to set up as an absurd kill here. Bring him back. Sickness has passed. That's good, Tom. I'm glad to hear that. I'm sad that you were feeling sick. I was feeling a little, not ill. My stomach was upset earlier today. Okay. Kind of a problem for us, but how do I want to handle this? Quickly becoming the question. We're trying to set up a kill on 5 on everything. Or I just play. Okay, so what's a crazy way to pull this off? Hit here. You do random. Let's just do gates in here. 6, 6. Okay. All I'm doing is setting up Scorch. Oh. Well, what am I gonna say? $32 points to overcome, huh? I mean, he might get my whole hand, unfortunately. But let's see. 10, 11, 12? Yeah, I mean, he'll get the whole hand. So we probably just look to do you first. All right, we're going the final 3v3. Look who's swagging again. Boar, hello, hello. So good to see you as always. Very, very nice. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I didn't want to mention that. Boar, you brought me back from memory. Let's do it after this game. Yeah, finish this up. Now I will say, we won, but we're actually in a lot of trouble. Probably want to look for something better than Cat Witcher. So better Cat Witcher, not as good Cat Witcher. Rest is kind of bust. Maybe I'll keep the cat because we have to play first because we won last round. So Duncan would be, whatever. We'll keep this hand. Feels bad though. I'm gonna not deny it. We'll play on back row in case they have Phantom as their final card. There's not many like row locks or row lock things I'm thinking about, but Phantom's engine you pick early. I did want to say last Tuesday's stream was a really interesting one. We tried to do a non-Gwent game, and it was super fascinating. All we're gonna do here is kill, end turn. My thought is after that was the idea was a community stream. It was some of the best conversation we've had in this community. But here's what I decided. I still want to do Gwent on Tuesdays, and anytime we're gonna do a community stream, it's gonna be in addition to the 5 other days of the week. And that's my current thought. There's a good chance we lose here, but you know what? We're going all in. Oh, what a fascinating moment. Hold on. I gotta map it out. So if I kill this, they live at 2, but instead if I hit it like this, they'll have a 1 point. If I hit here, they have a 2 point. So it's actually better for me to kill this with Betsy. End turn. Bring you back. Get it to 1. Do you have any card that's not... Oh. Puts up such a good... it's a Golett. That's my thought anyways on the community streams. They're going to be in addition to the 5 days, but the 5 days I think I'm going to dedicate to Gwent. And that was so painful. That's all right. I'm so nervous. I got to make sure I get back to pro rank, or else all you guys are going to be like looking at John and you're going to be like, hey, John, why aren't you pro rank? And I'll be like, I'm so sorry. But I looked up Anasanis. It was very interesting seeing how people reserved it, but also like the content. They were clearly putting a ton of effort into it. And man, this hand is wildly good. No, hold on. You're not good. You're good. Wait, what am I against? Imposters? Huh. I mean, this hand is genuinely good. Maybe I have too many Hawkers because I'm going to play out this round from the looks of it. Okay, let's go with that. Because we've Dunka and that, yeah. That's a dangerous sign. Dunka should be very good against that, though. Excuse me. Oh, man, yeah. So the community stream's going on. We'll be in like a 6th stream. And it'll be on occasion. I'll announce it. We'll tell you what game we're playing. It'll be a flexible one, too. Because then Don was, and Discord was suggesting Frostpunk, and that'd be a fun one. But I definitely want more community streams because the conversation was beautiful. Let's go ahead and let's refocus on that task at hand. I don't think I had any other announcements prepared for today. Nope. I'll think schedule. Little schedule prep to make sure everything's going well. What have you got? Okay, guys, if they're taking this long with a play, two ways to read it. One is, hey, maybe they're thinking about their play. Two is, it's Nilfgaard. All their cards are reactive, typically targeting your opponent's stuff. So that might mean they actually don't have an easy way to play out a card without us having a card. Never ever enjoyed. Yeah, man. Because there was someone this Tuesday. Oh, so good. Boo! Boo! Hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold on. How much trouble are we in? How much trouble are we in? We need to find a way to kill our own unit in about 2 seconds. Damage. Okay, you damage our own units. You lock and move. What can kill our own units? That is our top priority right now. Unless it's not. No. There's no way you do Basilisk Venom if it is Mill. That was my concern. What do we lose? Triangle. It's fine. Now let's relax. Let's play a gold card for now. Dunka is resistance to Tourney Joust and also can't be Duchess Informant. Hawker Smuggler can be Duchess Informant, so we're probably not going to play it this round. See what else we got. And we'll keep this alive for now. See what's going. Let's see what happens next. I'm checking all my signs up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Man, we are cranking on the stream today. Now, my thoughts right now are we probably want to get our engines start to set up soon. Probably go Sentry, Matron, Sentry, Matron, or something like that, or Sentry, Matron, Matron. Built. That's a really, still very mill sign, but it doesn't look like a mill deck. That breaks my soul. Is it random row? Sure. We'll make do. We're gonna work with what we got. It'll be Matron, and then you can probably do Sentry and then Matron. Probably space that out a little bit just in case they kill one of the key components. We're gonna be in trouble. Like if you've got 2 Matrons, they kill 1 Matron, the engine dies. By doing Sentry, we kind of play it out. We can repair parts. A little bit more conservative. Also, guys, can you hear me breathe? I've been trying to turn down not the microphone, but there are settings that can help me. That's a bummer. But goodbye, friends. So do I want to keep playing out for this round? Let's go ahead and put down a Hawker. Losing Matron's a bummer. I know he's afraid of this card. Or at least cards that actually buff my hand. So there we go. Seems reasonable. Matron here just to get more engines. See if we get an engine online. Which would be something like Sentry here, Cat Witcher here. War it. Don't have much of an answer to that. Is what it is though. Let's see what we got. Okay, Betsy's on top, and I'm sure they're thinking, what the heck is Betsy doing in my deck? But yeah, we're running Betsy. I'm sure all of a sudden that if it's one of those decks that if it's Viper Witchers, it works out okay for them. But if it's going for the swap, they steal my best card. I'm sure they're like sitting there second guessing themselves, asking themselves like, what is going on? Kingslayer, that's not what you want to be seeing if I don't know if anyone would really take pride in pro rank getting rid of one-eyed Betsy, but here we are. So let's see how many points this will get me real fast. It's plenty is the answer. 1, 2, 3. So we would tie. Do I have to ping something actually? You move over, you buff it. Yeah, I have to ping one thing once. Okay. What's the best thing to ping in this case? Not you. Probably you. That at least sets it up so I can, if I need to put 2 charges elsewhere, I can put the 2 damage onto Videfear, and get the Sentinels out of my deck. That's my logic for this moment. And let's keep it going. I don't know if any of you. I know Gwent's very much an international game. I don't know if any of you are in the United States, but man, the news has been wild. Oh my goodness, I just like can't not keep an eye on it. There's a lot happening. A lot more that's happening in my country right now than I was thinking would ever happen. Okay, cool. Go ahead and see what happens next in the game though, because you're not here for politics. It's just on my mind. Okay, they have a lock. It's not a terrible thing. Fortunately, it's a lock a unit, move it to the other road. There's nothing for us to lock from. Oh, actually, hold on. Better choices than Catwitcher here. Catwitcher, probably on back row. It'll guarantee us the damage here. It also no, we're now in the spot where we can't really scorch, but that's all right. Not too bad, not too bad. All in all, we're doing just fine. Just fine. Is everyone having a good Thursday, by the way? I feel a little bad for him. I mean, I think the thing for his deck right now is this is the consequence of him running Basilisk Venom. So we can make him go -1 if we want. Or we can push it. And both are pretty viable. His deck is super weird. Great Thursday. I'm glad to hear that, Tom. Despite being sick, you have the optimism, the optimistic attitude. Maybe I do want to play a long round. What's left on my deck? Huh. There's a lot of good cards left on my deck. Crushing Trap. Mulligan. Wow, Catwitcher is really good. Maybe one of you go back. Or do I just try to end him here? I have a lot of cards though that are really good the later the game goes, but man, he's got to be running Masquerade Ball, and I hate not running into, you know. We'll push a little bit. I kind of changed my mind partway through. I would have more. I think I should have mulliganed Melina, and I think pushing here is correct though, even with that mistake. I was debating. I was gonna go up until I kind of sat here for a moment longer. I was not gonna push this round. The reason I decided to push this round, even though he'll be potentially going even into the final round instead of -1, is Nilfgaard. A lot of these decks, especially when they're running like greedier deck manipulation stuff, wore it for an 8. This guy's more fair, but he's still a 3 for 6. Filtz is always good. It's not really a good one. Kingslayer is a good example. 4 points from 6. They usually only have one good finisher. It's going to be Colgrim or Masquerade Ball, depending on how they really want to play it out. And if I can force it from their hand, they're going to probably just straight up lose the game. Just straight up. They won't have the engine they need. So if I can get a Masquerade Ball here or something else similar to it, like that's a ballin' thing. Yeah, here we go, right? He's stuck. He's nervous. Like that's not what you're looking to play here. Alright, Adrenaline 4. Downside is that Spy does actually a little bit of work for him here, because it's giving us a non-Scoia'tael unit. But again, I talked a little bit earlier when we were talking about Vi. It's good that different decks have cards that really mess them up, or different factions have cards that are better than them, against them than others. So Spies really mess up. Good old Gale. Donna, hello. Just get here. Welcome. It's so good to see you. I mean, honestly, we could look to pass, but I'm kind of okay playing out a little bit more. But you just get here. You have a good day, Donna. Question regarding SK Warriors. Okay to use War of the Clans or Herald to revive an on-crate warrior? Yeah, I think you probably want War of the Clans for on-crate warrior. It's I mean, on-crate warrior is like the 25th card. Oh, that's an interesting predicament now, isn't it? Huh. That changes things a little bit. So we're gonna push as well here, and we can actually put, mostly because we can push here and really, wow, hold on, that's a great premium. Look. Yeah, for on-crate warrior, it's the one that comes back and deals instead of bleed damage, if I recall, right? Yeah. It is the 25th card in that deck. It is not particularly or too good. So I wouldn't necessarily give it a lot of stock. Right now, we're just doing this because 13 points is a lot for him to overcome. So he's either going to have to -1 here or potentially play a bomb card right now. And either way, we win. Potentially win. And we might push this even further, depending on what he plays. Like, if he pops down Damien, we can pop down Molina and move it to the back row. We can lock it. You don't really want a Cantrella deck running no legendaries, my friend. Legendaries. Yeah, Herald you probably want. It's the, what's the ones that are like 5? They get veteran 6. Or they get veteran, they get up the base power 6 and deal 2. Those ones are really good to revive. Okay. And we're gonna pass here. And I think his deck just loses immediately. 9 is tough for Nilfgaard. They're not a very tall faction. So their best case scenario is like have Damien in hand, play Damien, pass it back to them, use Damien, play something else to get over the 9. Go into the next round -2 plus leader ability. But this is one of those moments where you just abuse the fact that you can pass here and know that they're just in trouble. Great. That's fine. We're still going to go +2 into the next round, and they weren't able to mill us. I mean, you can keep any card from my deck you want. We should probably find out what card. There's Gaten, you. Which card did they keep? They got rid of old Betsy, if I recall. Oh, well, it's Melina. Would have gotten there eventually. Okay. They're going -2 in the final round, and that's how you pass, baby. That is how you say, cool off, baby. Go ahead and give him, oh, what are we going to give him? We're going to give him a little Shazam there, and boom. All right, we're in good shape. We just are. Not a long round, so Crushing Tap's going to be less useful than I think this. Do you even have a card left in our deck? Oh, yeah, I'd rather get Brehen than, we're not going super wide, so we're going to get rid of Gaten and get Brehen instead. And they lose. I'm actually surprised they haven't passed yet, but you know what? Or given up entirely. We're going to take full advantage of the fact, guys, we are winning games on ladder with no legendaries. Truly, I had really low expectations. I'll be honest. I thought my deck, I will say, spoilers. I think Scoia'tael is the best low budget cards right now. Mata is fine. I mean, sure. I mean, you're gonna get my whole deck. You can probably play cards like Tyrion, or not Tyrion. It's Tybor. But I don't think even if they play another card to get let's win to prove it. Yeah, Donna, we've won a couple games today. I'm telling you. Like, I think I'm a genius. Here. We'll just go ahead and answer their lock with our own lock. Yeah. Man, that is a noisy card. Not really sure. Melina might actually be the better play here. No, let's just do this. Let's do this. I'm going to keep Melina for now. Because we can go, one of our turns can be literally Crushing Trap. Next turn, Melina, and move a unit into the Crushing Trap to make it full 6 value off of this. We have another lock in hand via whatever this card's called because nobody plays this card. But we don't have a choice. We're making the most of what we got. Okay, great. You killed. Got me. You boomed me. How do I want to win this? That is a nice fact that I get to ask that question. We can also lock and move, so we'll go ahead and put on Melina. We're just looking for plays. Front row, nice and centered. We just have all of the tools to end this one. Being +2, final round, even with bad cards. Beautiful. Okay. You get out here. We get out Gaten. You get out Divor. That's fine. Not a bad opportunity to scorch. Like, we're not. There's no way they get. Is it an opportunity to scorch? We can wait a turn, I suppose. Go ahead and we'll give you a little pop back. Next turn, so he'll probably play something here on the front row. We'll go ahead and Scorch and then pop this on back row and get a 9 point because of 1 armor here. 9 point Crushing Trap. And then we set ourselves up for a Brehen plus Lena. Okay. Fine. No, here we go. Thank you. We go Scorch Melina, that flips, and everything's over. I mean, I'm grateful. Another line of play is also Melina and then Brehen. There's like a lot of good lines there. And we got a win.